Today we're going to show you how to snell a knot to fish with yarn. What I've got here to start is I have got my monofilament. This is about a 6-pound test, 8-pound test actually, and I've got a black number 6 octopus style hook. Probably kind of hard to see there. The key with these hooks is they have a turned up eye, which makes this knot work really well. What we do for starters is slide the monofilament through the eye of the hook. We pull the line through while holding with our left hand. If you're right-handed, this would all be opposite. Creating about a 4-inch tag here, you can see. What we're going to do with this tag is we're going to create a loop on the back side. As I take the line, just push it back towards my finger, you can see that it creates that loop. Real simple. What we're going to do is we're going to create that loop and use my left hand to hang on to that loop. Now I've got that loop. It's actually a little smaller now than what we're going to actually use, but we get it like this to be able to hold the position. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase that size of that loop. I like to go with about a 3-inch diameter to start. So I've got that 3-inch diameter. Now what we're going to do with this knot, or to finish this knot up here, is we're going to put our fingers through the actual knot from the backside pointing at us, and we're going to take that, get that tension on there, and we're going to twist and wrap down around the actual hook. Come back around, we're going to twist, come back down around the hook, twist, back down around the hook, twist, back down around the hook. We're going through over the tag end of this line as well. We're going to do this, we're going to repeat this step about 7 times, making sure that each line of monofilament lines up next to the other. And once we're done, what we're going to do is, you'll notice my fingers here, I'm going to keep my one finger keeping the tension on there, and then my thumb and forefinger are going to grab those loops and hold them off so they don't move. Now I can virtually let go of this, and you can see what we have here. We've got a little bit of twisted line, we've got a loop in the front, and a tag end back here. What we simply do now is we take our lead line of our leader and pull that tight. Or I should say nice and snug. Then what we can do is take our tag end, which is back here, and pull that tight to get rid of that loop. And now what we have is we've got a snelled knot on this line. You can see that there a little bit. Realize it's kind of hard to see, but that's where we start. Now what you have here in the front now, if you grab that knot, you can kind of push back on the front end. You can see that there is a little loop that you can make here. And that little loop is a loop that we're going to use to put our yarn in. So now what we do is we get our yarn. I usually pre-cut my yarn in about 1/2-inch pieces. We've got a couple of pieces here of a pink. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to run that through this loop. Kind of hold it there in place. Pull down tight on it. And now you pull that snell knot up tight. And now what you have here now is you've got your lead end. You've got your yarn cinched really tight in that loop. And we've got a tag end here. Now simply what we do is I usually grab and pinch off my yarn like so. I've got a retractable pair of scissors that I keep on my vest at all times, a little zinger. You can trim back on this monofilament. And then what I do is I typically trim off the yarn as well. There's just typically too much on there. You don't need very much, usually about the size of a pinky fingernail. A little bit more if it's high dirty water. And there you have it. There is your yarn fly, which is an awesome way to fish, especially up here on Minnesota's Lake Superior tributaries for steelhead and kamloops.